Good morning, people. You realize there wasn't a video last night? I have no idea what happened to the internet last night, but I waited around till about 8:45, and then there's no internet, so I just turned the TV on and fell asleep watching TV. I'm sorry about that. That's one of the reasons I don't like doing live videos. They never work out right for me. Either it's the internet or it's, I forget, you know, because I do them at night. You know what I'm going to do? Next Tuesday, I'm going to do it during the morning. I'm going to go live in the morning. So if you want to catch me around between 10:30, between 11:15 and 11. All right? If something's coming up and I can't do it, I'll let you know, because I don't know. I have appointments coming up, and I'm waiting for some doctor to call me, a dermatologist to call me, and so I'll have to wait and see what happens there. But that's the best way I can do it, and I really apologize for that. That's not the way I want to do business here, you know. All right, I've had a bad morning. I passed out walking Lucy, so, you know, that's the way things go. All right, Trump, boy, is he pissing me off. He wants to take away my right to vote. He wants to do away with mail-in voting. He wants me to have to appear in person. I have to go to New Jersey, to Parsippany, New Jersey, which by the time I get there will cost me about $2,000. You know, because I'm going to have to stay for a while. I can't just go and come back, you know. It's a $900 flight with the two of us combined, you know. So, round trip. So, okay. I don't know whether he wants to control how you vote. He wants to control how you think. And, you know, I'm getting into this later, but I'll tell you what I think about why this is happening and how it's so easy for it to happen. You got, well, I'll talk about it now, really. I didn't realize there was my next story coming up. All right. You remember, if any of you have been alive as long as I have, you remember the protests during the Vietnam War, in the civil rights protests. You found people like Martin Luther King coming out of the woodwork to talk and say things that made sense. Woodstock happened in 1969. 500,000 people gathered to listen to music. No fights, no riots, no nothing. Just listen to good music in the rain. Oh, I was there. Don't remember a lot of it because I was higher than a kite, but it was there, you know. And how did that happen? How were they able to get all those people together? We didn't have cell phones. If you ever watched a crowd of people walking down the street, they're like this. Where's my phone? Here, let me show you. I got a cell phone. I first got a cell phone when my mom was living in Tom's River, and I was up in Parsippany, and she was having problems, and I knew the time was coming close, you know. But you watch this. Look, I know people get up in the morning, they're like this. First thing in the morning, you walk out of that. I watch people down here walk out of their houses like this in the morning. On the phone, driving the car. You know? Hey. Stupid and dangerous, but it keeps you from facing reality. It keeps people from, when you get together on the internet, you can be talking to people like when I'm on the internet and I'm talking to people that are 3,000 miles away from here. Okay, we're not going to go out and march together. Okay. People would get together back then. People got together in meeting halls and they sat down and they actually talked to one another face to face. You knew who you were talking to. You didn't think about it being fake or as entertainment. Now they think about it being fake and it's entertainment, you know. And there's no such thing as a realism. That's a shame, you know. You don't have the closeness, the ability to communicate personally. So you don't get the emotion. You know, it's very hard to get, oh yeah, that sucks. You know, man, that sucks. Let's go out there and do something. Come on, come on, come on. Let's go down the corner or something, you know. So I think that's part of the problem. And I think that Trump knows this. And he exploits it. He exploits the fact that there's a lot of falsehoods out there. That you got the YouTube channel, which I am on YouTube. I'm not knocking. This is not YouTube's fault, okay? But you get people putting headlines up where the story is, the headline is part of the story, is at the end of the story and is about that big. The story is this big, and down the end of the, you see the headline, they'll talk about it, and it'll be the same amount of words as in the headlines. It's not a big discussion about it. It's not a big issue because it's not real. The headlines to get you to come in and click on the video because they get paid by the click. I know because when I decided at one time I said, let me see if I can make some money out of this, and obviously I can't because I don't get enough viewers, but I have a loyal 14 people right now, so, you know, that'll do it for me. But that's part of the reason I think that happens. You know, that you don't get the marches anymore that you used to get. I don't know. They still get them, but there were more activists back then than there are now because you could talk that personal touch. You know, you had leaders. You don't have leaders now. All right. Next up, I wanted to mention that the 5 states, I think, are sending more troops to D.C., you know. One of them is Ohio. Now, Ohio National Guard has a history. Back in the 60s, the Ohio National Guard was called up to attend to a demonstration at Kent State University. All right, that's the other thing. You don't get demonstrations at the universities anymore. They sit around in their dorm rooms and yell at their cell phones. But anyhow, there was a demonstration at Kent State University. The National Guard went. There is a picture that was on an album that Dick Gregory did that was about that, called, I don't remember the album, but this picture is very famous. It's been, you can find it on the internet, of the Ohio National Guardsmen, one of them kneeling down, aiming and firing. Okay? Aiming and firing. Now, there was at least one person got killed. One of the demonstrators got killed. They weren't armed. Hey, maybe they threw some stuff at the guardsmen or something like that, called them a bunch of names. This is when I was being trained in crowd control by the National Guard. They had no formal training, and what they were teaching us was ridiculous. You know, and it's New York Police Department will tell you this. If you do this, this will happen. If you force people into a corner, which is what they were doing, we were trained to do, to hem them in, you end up with them coming at you. You know, that's when the violence starts. But anyhow, that's Ohio's National Guard, and Ohio is sending them with rifles. Okay, they haven't learned a goddamn thing in that state. Well, wait a minute, J.D. Vance is from Ohio. That's understandable. He's a dumb son of a bitch. All right? Let's see, what's the last thing off? Oh, and Trump is reverting to his first-term tactics. If you disagree with Trump, you're fired. You know, he loves that. If you didn't see that in the Apprentice, the guy's a power-hungry asshole. You know, and now he's just dumb. He's doing stuff that's going to hurt this country for years. And one of these days, the Republicans are going to wake up and they're going to do something about it. But till then, we're screwed. Democrats are sitting, I tell you, people are sitting watching their cell phones instead of getting active and talking to people about it. You see it in the Congress, you know? Down here you see it definitely in the Congress. The news people, reporters, it's all on their phone. It's not an independent thought process. They're telling you what somebody wants them to tell you. God, I don't know. We have the same leadership problem in Colombia. They have this guy, Petro, who's was part of the, was involved in with the rebel forces before, I think, before FARC. He was involved with the other one. I don't remember. And he was, they're card-carrying communists. That's what they do. So, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I have to figure something out. I have a spot that keeps appearing in my video screen. I don't know whether it's gone bad or what. What's this? Oh, that's why. It's a system snapshot. I have to turn that off or something. All right. Anyhow. You don't piss off Donald Trump. You got to worry about the Ohio National Guard. Cell phones are... There are a lot of bad things about cell phones, a lot of good things about cell phones. I got a cell phone so I'd be able to... My mother could get a hold of me, or if somebody could get a hold of me if something bad happened to my mom. I carry a cell phone now because I have health issues, and if I'm outside I want to be able to call for help. You know, mail-in voting. I voted every year down here. Mail-in. I voted. I didn't vote in the primary, the last primary, because I just didn't know who the hell was running, and I didn't care. You know, I mean, honestly, I said I could have picked one, and I don't know. I didn't know anything about it. It was a local primary. It wasn't the national primary or anything like that. For Parsippany, and I didn't know who the hell these people were. I've lost touch with that local, a lot of the local stuff in Parsippany. Because you got to pay to see that news, and I don't pay to watch news. I pay to watch cartoons, but I don't pay to watch news. That's pretty much the same thing, cartoons, news, what are you going to do? Alright, so those are the issues today. So, again, let me apologize for not doing the live video yesterday, and I don't know what happened. It was a technical glitch. I get them. I get a lot of technical glitches when I go live, and I don't know whether it's incompatibility of my system with what some of the equipment I'm using or anything. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to try it to do it on next Tuesday. I'll do it live. All right, and we'll have. I think they're doing Monday Night Football too. I don't know, but anyhow. We'll have some stuff to talk about on that live on Tuesday in the morning. You know, my normal... I post these videos. I try to get them up on the internet around 11 o'clock. I will try to do, since I'm doing it live, I will probably do it sometime between 10:30 and 11. I don't get the exact time because I am out with Lucy, and it depends what time we get back, you know, what time I get it up. But I will try my damnedest. So don't hold it against me. Please subscribe, comment. You can comment all you want about that. You know. The other thing is nobody's ever watched one of my these videos. They watched my other video. I don't know what the difference was. I did it Monday night before the football game. Maybe that was the difference. I don't know. But anyhow, comment, subscribe, please. I'd like to get, you know, by my 80th birthday, I'd like to get 25, 30 people subscribing to it. That's in January. And if not, that's okay too. You know, I got 14 loyal people. I got at least 4 that have been with me a long time. There are over 250 of this video up. I have over close to 500 and some odd videos on YouTube under different titles and whatnot. Because I used my dog in them, and the first one was Antonio and Jeff Think, and Antonio's no longer here. Then I did Lucy and Jeff Think, and I did that stuff. Now Lucy's here right now with me. You can't see her. Let me see if I can do this without losing you. Yeah, that black hump on the bed there, that's Lucy. She's there to moral support. She was very good this morning. My friend was with me, and I had to sit down, and Lucy was about 30 yards away. She saw me go down, and she came running up to me, and she licked my face and everything. She's very concerned with me and stayed by me and walked with me back down the hill and everything. It's a good girl. She's very protective of me. So anyhow, I hope I'm all right. I'm having trouble breathing, but let's hope that's okay. Anyhow, I'll see you tomorrow. I hope. Take care, guys.